Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. I am, as always, your host, a Yamaha drum kit. How you doing? Me, I'm doing. It's a weird one. It's 2:30 in the morning. However, I'm very tired. I'm so tired that at 1:30 an hour ago, I just went and I laid down and I just took I took an hour nap at 1 a.m. and I don't like that. But like I don't understand. The only reason I did not just go to bed was because I had to do this Monster Train episode. But by the time I realized I was too tired to do the Monster Train episode, it was too late. It just kind of crept up on me too. Is I did not stream. I just kind of took it easy, and I don't know. I was like, huh. I like at midnight. I was like, huh. I feel a little bit tired, and then at 1 a.m. I was like, wow. I'm actually not able to function right now. It's weird because I should be awake for at least 2 more hours, but I don't know. Kind of just snuck up on me. I hope that you're doing well today. I feel fine. I kind of sat here. I got out of bed like 20 minutes ago, and I was like, okay, I better go do something. And I just kind of sat here and I scrolled through Twitter, and I don't feel bad, but I don't understand what happened to me. I I don't know, but here we are. I hope that you're doing well. I do have a good old fashioned. I was searched a little bit, so I wanna talk a little bit. I searched a little bit about uh, finding questions. I was looking at. I found another article on first date questions, and I've seen it now in 2 or 3 places when I look for questions. There's this one question that I always see, and it really bugs me because it's so bad, I feel like. And it's ask a would you rather question. And the example they gave was would you rather be in a snowball fight or a food fight? I just can you imagine someone asking you that? Like you're out anyone, just it doesn't even have to be someone that you are on a date with. Just imagine if I asked you that question here. Like it's such an unbelievable question to me, I feel like. And I was very shocked to see it a second time of Ask a Would You Rather. The question that I have for you today, we've done best game of the decade. I want to hear what the worst game you played in the last decade was, because I was scrolling through Steam and I went, oh yeah. For me, it's The Bureau, XCOM Declassified. I cannot think of a game that I felt more angry about, because I was excited about it. I was like, oh, maybe this game will be cool. And then I played it and I went, wow, this is a freaking mess, dude. The game's really bad. It is the only game that I quit playing because I was too angry to finish it. I was blown away by how bad it is. And then it just kind of I realized the game that I wanted to play was Mass Effect because I thought, oh hey, cool cover based third person shooter. And then my friend was like, oh, you should just play Mass Effect. Much better game. Let me know if you've had any experiences like that. I'm sure you can come up with some real stinkers. There were some bad games in the last 10 years, but let's get to it, shall we? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Here we go. Soul Sucker, Talos, Cursefell, Chase Seraph, Hostingkin, Ice Tornado, Ambient Charge. We are Exile Wurmkin, Exile Stygian. This is a good combo. I mean, Stygian with anything is good, but Stygian with the Beetle is pretty strong, I feel. And we do have an Ice Tornado starter. I'm not a huge Concussive Coals fan, so I feel pretty confident in just grabbing the Tempered Talisman here. Concussive Coals does very little, I fear. None of these cards consume, right? We have Ambient Charge, but I'm not actually going to use that. I don't think that it's... If you bet on Repeater here, you're just kind of hoping for a high roll. I'd rather just grab Stealthsmith, right? Repeater is me saying, I'm gonna not play Divine Hordes here. I think we're weak. I guess actually with Ice Tornado, I could take that Divine Horde pretty comfortably, but I think it's better to play it safe. But no, I think you can take Repeater and just hope for the best, but Repeater without a good consume option in this first combat. I mean, I guess we have Hostingkin, so I didn't... Hostingkin is also here. My opinion is not changed because of the fact that I overlooked Hostingkin. Hostingkin is... Oh yeah, it pushes to the back, so I can't actually foregone power that man. Huh. But Hostingkin is fine, right? It's not bad, but it's not really good. It is. It's not the card I want to be playing every turn, anyway. So we're gonna take our damage here. No stopping it. This is just the damage I take for taking the trial, right? This is gonna be 3. I could have stopped it if I... maybe not, but you know, we just chalk that up to plus 10 health on enemy. The important thing here is, let's see, you take 15. I'm going to take 6. No, I'm gonna greed. Okay, so this is an important decision that I will walk you through here, because this is 6 HP that I think we don't have to take because our draw pile is about to reshuffle. If I play this Ice Tornado, it is reasonably likely that I get it back over the next 2 turns. So I should be able to, and I will accept damage here potentially. Or maybe not. Yeah, look at that foregone power. And then I think we're good. Yeah, see. So it didn't matter because I drew 3 foregone powers like I did, but I did in fact get back to the Ice Tornado. As I hypothesized we may. Just worth pointing out, because that's the sort of thing that, you know, you min-max a certain amount and I kind of skip over it because I'm doing content from time to time. Shelter is the pickup here. Proclamation is really good though. Very, very, very strong, especially with it being infused and a +3, 65 already. It is really tempting. Actually, I think I'm too enticed by this proclamation. The shelter is good. This is like, if I had picked repeater, this is the high roll. But I'm gonna go proclamation. I think it's good. I think it's too good to pass up. I like Titan's Gratitude here a little bit, but it clashes with Ice Tornado. So I will press... Now we already have a bunch of pings. I'll press skip. Cold Kalia, Bog Chrysalis, First of Kin. I believe that this clan combo doesn't have something that scales Cold Kalia well enough. I don't think you play Cold Kalia here. Like, I could play Bog Chrysalis, I guess. In my mind, I've already locked in on playing 2 Sirens with Echo Right, but we could always keep your mind open a little bit here. How is Bog Chrysalis? I mean, it's like... It's not that bad, but it's not really good, right? Let's think about it. The Bogflies are gonna, assuming we give them +25 and multi-strike, they're gonna have... There'll be 2 of them multi-striking, most likely at like 20 times 2. Yeah, that's really not that much. I don't think it's Bogflies. I think you need something out of control for Bogflies to really pop off. Like, they're not bad here, but... Could put like a First of Kin. Actually, you could put like an incant on them. Incant +1 becomes +2/+2. I don't know, man. Because here's the problem. If I do this, I could just have put the Siren down naturally. Let's try it. I'll grab Bog Chrysalis. I don't know. I feel like I should take something there and talk to myself into it. Hey, multi-strike +25. Hey, Siren of the Sea. Or Lodestone Totem. So Lodestone Totem got nerfed. Or not necessarily nerfed. Lodestone Totem got changed into +2 Edinburgh and add incant, apply sap 1 to enemy units. So are you thinking what I'm thinking here? Are you thinking that too? Because like I'm thinking Bloodstone Bog Chrysalis, right? And then you go multi-strike +25. And then you just let it hatch, right? And that's... I could maybe even make a second one. It's gonna cost me 3, of course, but like... The Siren of the Sea is the safer pick, but let's do something weird here. I'm about to do something a little weird. Lodestone Totem. Why not? Let me throw multi-strike on the bog crystals. I think it is still good to just do multi-strike and plus 25 on it. It's fine. And we'll grab Divine Horde. Oh, Totem Fragment's sick. Totem Fragment's so good. Guild Marker that early is also very good, but Totem Fragment is game winning. Yeah, a little less so considering the sap, I suppose, but it's still really good. So what are the core parts of this argument? Or not argument, but what are the core ideals of this run, I should say? It's pretty straightforward. It's if we apply enough sap to an enemy or to a boss, they die. That is the principle that we are founding this run on right now. Sap enemy equals enemy die. Yeah, I'm not hatching this egg very well, but it doesn't matter in these early combats because I can just kill everything myself like this. And I think as long as like on the next 2 turns, I should probably look at hatching the egg, I suppose. If I lose an Ice Tornado here, it's not the end of the world. Hey, let's roll a positive on the 50-50. We take those. I should not play Train Steward on the top floor. I want to play... I'm just going to take the 2. Not that I could stop it anyway, but I want to play Ice Tornado. 3. It's impossible for me to not hatch the egg, and as long as I hatch the egg... Oh, hey, I didn't even lose Ice Tornado. Sick. I think as long as I hatch the egg... I took 4 for the way that I played this also, but as long as I hatch the egg, it should be chill, and it should be okay. Steel Slight's a little scary. I was disrespectful. I took 4 here that I probably didn't need to take, and I also... fine. Yeah, I guess it's fine. I probably could have avoided 2 of that damage at least, but I did not. And that's okay. Bounding Echoes is good. Offering Token is good. Drain is interesting, but I'll grab Offering Token because it's a free and can't. I think too much random discard in a run with Ice Tornadoes for my taste on the Drain there. I'll look for Hot Shark here, because, you know, why not? The only thing I could imagine adding to this, large stone 510 and plus 3 per echo. A second lodestone totem? What the heck, dude? I'm not taking it. It's really bad, but it's really weird to see. I'll just press skip. The other unit there is Icy Silliphite, but yeah, that's the end of that sentence. All right. Bog crystals is really weird. I'm realizing as I start to think about the things you can do with it. It's like it's really strange, isn't it? You do some weird stuff with bog crystals. I dare you to show me ×5. Bad. I will pay 50 gold and 15 health. 10 health. Vapor Funnel. Sure, Vapor Funnel's fine. Is it super? It's not super worth because we have a pretty good strategy here, but like it's fine. This run, Echo Right kind of just falls to the wayside here too. This run just becomes the sap run, but I think it's good. So, but the idea here with Bog Chrysalis is that you can basically play anything with Bog Chrysalis, I feel like. And because you double up any infusion that you put onto it, which is the interesting part of it, I think. So now that it hatches, we just get double sap, right? This is still how it works, as long as I have not lost my mind. Yeah, they both have incant gain sap. Unfortunately, I am a fool, and I drew 3 Train Stewards on this turn, so I don't get to super sap Talus, but okay nonetheless. Talus should come top floor again at least once, and yeah, it's also a turn's good for illustrating the main problem our deck has. I think this is definitely a run for repeater. Just one consume spell per turn is pretty high value for this run, it feels like to me. Hang on, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Because we are basically double incanting 4 sap per turn. Palace doesn't come top 4. Perhaps. Big concern. I don't... Oh, gosh. It's 27, huh? Oh. I think it's okay because each of these things does 60 as long as I play like 1 or 2 spells, but it's a little frightening. A little bit scary to be staring down this big boy over here. I'm more afraid of this guy than Talos, honestly. But I think we have enough. If I just play... We'll play Ice Tornado and then 2 Foregone Powers, and that should be plenty. I think just Ice Tornado is plenty, yeah. Okay. Yeah, but this is the exact illustration that I was trying to make. Bog Chrysalis double up the effectiveness of whatever you infuse on it, right? So incant +1/+1 becomes incant +2/+2 because you're just doing it on 2 units, right? For a simple example. The of course obvious example here that we're having is the one that we're doing with doubling up sap. We are basically applying 2 sap for the cost of playing 1 unit. It's play 2 sap totems for the price of 1. There's never a world where I draw both sap totems and die. Which is cool. I think Guess for a Guard is okay here. Although it's gonna draw me a bunch of... I think it's fine. It's infused also. Yeah, I'm down. Another Bog Chrysalis? I'm okay. I will be duplicating the one we have most likely. And this is probably a draw energy run. It's never space. I think it's draw energy. And it's Curse Spell, so we'll take energy first. On turn 1 of Curse Spell, we're going to get hit, and that's okay. I'm going to go left, and I'm going to duplicate this thing now. Because do you know what's better than 2 sap at incanted per turn? Or per incant? It's 4. The answer is 4. Give me 4 sap incanted per spell. That's the word. I was trying to say spell, but I kept saying turn. I'm going to grab Repeater because it's offered. And 1 free spell per turn is probably worth. Could always spell chain. Yeah, you could spell chain, like... Spell chain Bounding Echoes, or just spell chain... Like, spell chaining a consume spell is the idea here, so that... Oh yeah, Gifts for Guard combos with Echo Ray as well. Sorry, sidetracked mid-sentence, but... Spell chain with a hosting kin, and then you just bring that back for 2 incants, but with the Gifts for a Guard, we're gonna make a bunch of consume happen anyway. And I also don't want to go to 70 here. Haste combat on 55 pack shards, I will give my utmost respect to. I will give as much respect as is possible. Yeah, okay. I suppose, right? Is all I can really feel here is an I suppose. The weird thing now is that we have 2 eggs. I don't remember, but I think the eggs hatch front to back. So I want to put the second Bog Chrysalis in the back, I believe. Oh yeah, I should Bounding Echoes first. In my mind, I was thinking I was losing value if I didn't... I feel like I was losing value because I'm missing out on an incant, but it doesn't matter because I just ping off the enemy that I need to incant for anyway. And it is front to back indeed. Okay. This would be a really cool run to pick up Blood for Blood on. Like, I would love to see Blood for Blood here. Not many runs where I wouldn't love to see Blood for Blood, but specifically this run would be an exceptional time for it. And as soon as the first one of these hatches, you go up to 3 and then 4, and it's just... They don't do any damage, but it doesn't matter, right? Because we have the Pyre. What is it? It is -6 per spell cast, so... Yeah. Just... It's wild, but it's not, like... It's not the craziest thing I've done, by any means, but... it's cool, right? This is another one of those ideas that I'm glad that this one came together, because this is a run that could have just been me going, hey, I guess I'm gonna play Siren. Oh, hey, getting Proclamation with Consume is pretty sick. Yeah, holy moly. That card did 400. That person's not coming back. No, I talk about this like every time I do something even remotely interesting, but it is nice to do something that isn't just the same as it ever was, right? Because I feel like I do fall into the trap of playing the same runs over and over again. This is a different run that I haven't been offered before now. Because why would you be? I underrate Bog Chrysalis, which is incredible, because I think Bog Chrysalis is insane. But look at it. It's ridiculous. If I consume, I don't think Total Recall here. Power of Knowledge is okay. It's gonna be worth like 100-ish damage, but do I need this? Not really. I want to pick up spells that are cheap and efficient, and I think that's gonna be... Unnamed Tome is good, but Crystalline Seeds is infused. Nah, I got Unnamed Tome here. Even through the infusion. Dude, this is the ultimate testament to how out of it I am. I did not even think about pack shards up until this moment. Oh, we're free on this run though. I have no reason to go to the steel shops because we already have a full our main unit, and the only unit we're gonna run in this whole run is fully upgraded already. Oh well. Or I could get Pyrestone housing. Yeah, sure, I guess. Holdover, at first glance, I think Holdover Proclamation sounds enticing. However, when you peel back the layers and realize that you have to give up 10 of your echoes, your charged echoes, but before you can start really playing, this is just a little bit rough, right? Because you have to give up enough to hatch. So I feel like Holdover Offering Token is pretty good. It's free and it's incant. I am willing to pay for that. I want to pay Value Stone. I would like to see Value Stone. Spell Chain Intrinsic. Spell Chaining this is actually kind of interesting, right? We then get to pay 1 for a second Offering Token, which I can use to incant basically, but I don't think there's a reason to. I don't. So we got 25 here, which puts me at 80. So I actually want to grab Intrinsic here, because Intrinsic lets me take 10 and cleanly reach 100. And I believe the best card to Intrinsic in this run is probably Offering Token. The Holdover Offering Token seems fine. Yeah, okay. Now, last thing I want to do, I want to buy cost downs, and I want to spend 150 removing these last 2 Train Stewards. This deck is shaping up pretty well. I would be surprised if we run into any issues with this one. Grab Consume, actually. Yeah, this is not a deck where we're curating our Consume pile. We're just kind of throwing everything in the Consume pile and seeing where we end up. I'm not doing much curation. Multi-strike, this is a combat that I don't respect a ton. I'm okay to take multi-strike here. There is, of course, an artifact we can pick up that is ridiculous. This game calls it an artifact, right? In Griftlands, they call them grafts, and then damage on this is no big deal. Griftlands calls them grafts. They're relics in Slay the Spire. I think they're artifacts in this game. I call everything relics because it's easier and I've played a lot of Slay the Spire, but I would be lying if I said it doesn't get confusing from time to time what's what. Oh, that was a really good discard. I messed up my placement. What the heck, me? What am I doing? I'm just trying to lose, huh? I put the wrong egg in front. I just hosting him the back most enemy here. And there's not really much to be afraid of. I didn't hosting kin it after saying hosting kinning it was what I was going to do because I am a fool. It's a bit of a problem. It's not a huge problem. It's just a bit of a problem. I'm gonna play it like this then. 18. You can take 18 and hatch. It's okay. Yeah, a little bit careless on my part, but it will not be the end of times by any means. Guess I should play that first for the potential Bounding Echoes draw. I should play Gifts of Gratitude first in the future. That's... yeah, I guess that's right. Okay, I don't care if I lose this Ice Tornado. I just need to put on enough Echoes to hatch these. Because hatching them is important so that we get to the point where they can actually hit things again, basically, is what I'm feeling. Because they actually don't get to make their attacks. The biggest threat that this run is going to face is enemies with spikes, I feel like. Yeah, we're chilling. I would really like to see Blood for Blood. Let's play Gifts for a Guard first. Wait, these things do so much. I guess each of them does 40. This is just 160 also. Wow. Like it's not Divinity killing, not by any means, but it's better than I thought it was gonna look at least. And that's saying something. Wish I could go Repeater 2 on this run at this point. Like, I said, what are the odds? Maybe not exactly what are the odds, but I said I didn't think we would need Repeater 2 on this run. But Repeater 2 would be pretty sick here. Also, an Incan Armor 2 wouldn't be too terrible. That's probably what I'll look for. I'll probably look for Incan Armor 2. Oh no, Big Sweet Man. I'm happy to just get the dub. I'm gonna get the dub, and I'm gonna get it with him doing 0 damage to me, and then I will press end turn. I'll have to watch myself with Gifts of Gratitude in the next few combats. I could easily kill myself. Rationing Scales seems really horrible here, so I think I will skip it. Trial for 25 gold. Never feels great, but hey, Wurmkin Etchings is good. Wurmkin Etchings lets me curate the consume pile, right? Let's think about it. Is curating the consume pile actually worth it? No. I don't believe it is. What 5 cards do you want to have brought back every turn? There's not. These cards aren't good. But yeah, I don't want to pay 2 for this either, I don't feel like. I'm just gonna press skip. It's okay. I think it's okay to take Wurmkin Etchings there. But I just don't feel like it's right. This time I take Crystalline Seeds. Get in here. Finally. I'm tempted by this trinket shop. There's also removal here. I'm gonna go left. Ambient charge is really bad, and I think it's just we want to cut 2 foregone powers now. I'm also like the event was tempting as well, but I want to look for. I will reroll. Oh, I don't even have to. That's crazy. Founding Seal. Hell yeah. I mean, I'm gonna take the money because I planned my pack shards around taking that money, but like, ooh, buddy. That's a high roll and a half. This run is a ridiculous high roll on a weird strategy, but it is still a ridiculous high roll. I do take a little bit of damage in this combat from curses, and by a little bit I mean we'll take a respectable amount of damage from these curses. Actually, no, I won't, because I have Offering Token to just delay them. I can try to stem the flow by playing a mid-floor strategy here. I could drop bottom floor. I think that I just chill, though, and play top floor. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I think that with the Offering Token allowing me a little bit more agency over my curses, I can I can survive it. We'll also ping off some of them here and there, like with this Echo Break I could have if I had the energy. Play these in the right order as well. A shame about the Gifts for Regard not getting played, but yeah, we're gonna take some curse damage here, I bet. Especially with that Ember Drain. My whole deck is curses. Actually, I don't take any. Huh. Well, how about it? I'm taking 4 curses per round. The Offering Token's doing great. I actually took 4 curses that round, though. Oh, baby. What a beautiful Bounding Echoes draw. That's a beaut. Okay. And I get it back. Sick. I guess I can deal with... My worry was that I wasn't going to be able to hatch anything because of the curses. But I guess if I just get Bounding Echoes, not a problem. I'm just kind of disgusted. That's all. I'm just kind of disgusted. This run is another one of those runs where it just kind of fell in my lap here. What else? This is a super ultra, by the way. I'm going to employ the age-old practice of activate super ultra if you have double incant strats, which we do. But I'm kind of... I applied 48 sap on that round, so... Yeah, I'm a little disgusted. I do believe... The only way I believe that this run loses, especially in the Chase Seraph. Chase Seraph is not a problem. The only Seraph that I think could be a problem is the Curse one, Diligent, but it's not Diligent. So... I believe the only thing that kills me is letting a bunch of Spikes enemies go up, but that should not ever happen. I should never have so many Spikes enemies go up that I die anyway. I'm gonna be lazy and just press end turn. The boss has 46 sap, so I'm just gonna play curses and end my turn. I'm a little worried I'm about to draw 3 curses in a row. It feels like it's the case, right? No. Somehow, all 4 of my ultimate penances are on the bottom of the deck. That's crazy. A very good bottom deck. Thank you, game. This is probably going to be the largest sap number I've ever applied to a boss. I don't think I've ever had 4 sap sources with double incant. The change stuff, the change is pretty cool. To what's it called? Bloodstone Totem. I'm gonna say Founding Seal, but that's a double incant boy. I'm going to press skip. And I'm gonna take draw. I believe that Curse Spell was our biggest threat, and we took 0. Let's go. No, my biggest threat now is being so tired that I forget to take Hex Shards. Oh, Hardental is sick. Yeah, give me an easier time hatching my eggs. Yes, please. Echo Ray is on this run, but is he really? I'm not so sure. So 2 and then 2. Even if I turn 1 hatch my egg, if I turn 1 hatch this Bog Chrysalis, I still can play the other one. There's truly I'm trying. I'm really trying, but there's truly nothing I can think of that can go wrong here. I'm really trying to come up with something to hypothesize about, but I cannot imagine. I actually cannot imagine a way that this run loses. And I'm really happy with it too. Like, this is really cool. I guess this is the sort of thing that can maybe catch me as a big Steel Wings going up too many times, but what does he have? He has 3 spikes? That's not even that bad. Card is not infused, so I don't get the hatch here, so I don't dodge the Ember Drain. Not a big deal, though. But no, this run reminds me of the run where I played... I think this was a pre-DLC run, even. But there was a run where we played, like a Thorned Hollow... What was it? It was something really weird. It was like Thorned Hollow... with Play the... I play the infused one. I don't think it matters too much. A shame. I will... If I hosting kin this thing, I do less damage to it, so... I'll just play it like this. But the run with Thornhollow and the Shard Channelers that I played, that's a run that stands out in my mind as a run that was really wild and really cool. I could imagine this run standing out in a similar... What the hell? I got both Ice Tornadoes on that? That's really good. Don't get me wrong. Just surprising. Yeah, I guess once I should not overdo it. I can just play Offering Token. Let's not mess around here too much, right? Let's get the kill, and then let's just press end turn. I should not burn through all of my spells. Although we have a bit of insurance against that with Echo right there. Maybe I have to be cognizant of running out of spells. I'm gonna be super lazy and stop playing Offering Token. I'm a monster. No, I think this run's going to stand out in my mind for a long time as a pretty cool one. Yeah, I guess if the deck weren't all spells, this boss could have posed a bit of a threat because maybe I don't hit my draw right, but we draw a lot of cards and we have Echo Right. That's the big thing. Echo Right adds the degree of certainty that sometimes this run would not have. Echo Right just lets me stack up like 2 or 3 spells extra per turn. Because when he pulls back Ice Tornado like that, I could have 3 gifts for a card in this run if I so wanted it. We'll go Magic Shop, I guess. You got a Purge Stone. I can go on Foregone Power. Doesn't really matter too much. That's a nice even 100-100. Honestly, don't feel like I want to do much more on the way of removals. I think I have a pretty well balanced deck. So, yeah, no more removals. Echo Seedling for more consumes? Yeah. Like, I actually Titan Spell is pretty cool. Make my Ice Tornadoes free. Sure. That seems fine. Now let's put a plus 20 consume on a Ice Tornado for the Echo Right, bringing it back. I'm like, his name's Echo right? Yeah. Whenever I talk about this character, I always call him the Beetle and nothing else. 100 of 100. I am triple checking. It is 100 of 100. I always call him the Beetle. So, every now and then I gotta remind myself that his name is in fact Echo Right. Ah, hey, it's the double Bog Chrysalis draw. I think we're insulated even from this though. Like we have crazy sap output with even just one of these on the floor. Having 4 of them is just silly. Having 1 of them is probably enough. It's just not gonna look as ridiculous as it has. What's the point then, I guess? I should probably kill that. Yeah. Should probably play it safe and kill the big enemy on the lower floor there. Just to be sure I don't die. The Echo breaks on gifts. I probably don't play gifts again. Especially since I'm wasting the armor I'm gaining from it too. Yeah. I think that's the move here. I have to not that's the big thinker. I have to not run myself out of cards to play. That's the big one. I want to manage my resources a little bit. Like once I see, because Seraph's gonna clear most of this. I guess actually on turns where Seraph's here I may as well take it. Right? Why not? 30 will get reduced to 15, and then to like 7, and then to 4. But I'll throw some more sap at him next turn, and it'll be fine. Yeah, it's fine. And then on a turn like this, perhaps, we can kind of restock, is what I'm thinking. Take 2 on this frontmost man, but we restock by not playing a consume spell. I guess I could have taken damage there if I was close to taking damage there. I should have looked a little closer, I suppose. I'm being pretty lazy with this run, I will admit it. Something about the way that this deck applies How much sap? 44. So we go all in here because we're one turn away from Seraph. Like, Seraph's gonna cut the 62 to 31, but that's it. So, yeah. The thing that's really shocking to me is these bogflies are wiping the floor. Are you seeing that? When I play... Like, I wanna pay close attention to how much damage they actually do on this turn. 80, 160, 240, 320. I mean, that's a lot of damage. They're killing double heavies pretty confidently. I'm almost out of spells now, so I should probably take her easy on the gifts for a guard and things like that. But yeah, maybe I mean, like I said at the start of this run, I think I undervalue these guys. The bog flies. The bog chrysalis in particular, I feel like I undervalue. But I feel like numerically, the Divinity demands a lot from you. And I think that the Divinity demands more from you than 320. And since it's not a permanent scaling, it can be a little bit, like it seems a little bit off to me, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But they're not bad. I'm not sure, because with two of them, you can win Relentless pretty easily, but you need to get up to like this many. When you get to this point, right, you got like 120 times 4. This is the wave, or this is the setup that probably kills a wave of the Divinity. Harvest Boys, maybe not. Yeah, I think with a little support from some good spells, which they are in a clan with good spells, maybe you can just have Bogflies be your main carry. It is a multi-strike reliant strategy though. But I don't know. Bogflies are a bit of an enigma to me. Because I know, of course, you can play Bogflies with the chef that gives attack per echo on the floor. That is, if you put Bogflies down, you are just crushing with that one. Kind of hypothesizing here, just kind of spitballing. Hey, what an unfortunate top deck. I do not like that. It's the hazard of having the deck be so few cards, but it's also not that big of a deal. I think that all I need to do to win this combat is not play Gifts for a Guard. Also gonna wait on Bounding Echoes. Yeah, I'm gonna wait on Bounding Echoes because I wanted to hit the Offering Token. Two pretty bad Offering Token draws, but I'm confident that it'll be okay. Gifts for a Guard is a bait. I feel like I can lose this by autopiloting. Like, every way that I can lose this run is of my own poor decisions. Hitting at the spikes here real quick. I'll silence the Harvest Wave when it walks up. So no, I think I can lose this run to just like negligence, right? I can lose this run to me friggin' around here a little bit. Ah, stop drawing the Bounding Echoes like that, please. I have like, what, 3 or 4 Echo Breaks that are consumed. Or are not consumed. I think I have 2 with consume and 3 without, is the sentence I'm trying to formulate there. Sorry, it's tough. It's like, this run is tough for me to play as well, because like I said at the start of the episode, I'm pretty tired. And this is not a run that stimulates the brain a whole lot. But it requires me to make enough decisions that I can't completely autopilot. But not so many decisions that I actually have any fear of death or mistake. How Bounding Echoes? How do you do that? How have I hit that Bounding Echoes 3 times? That's unbelievable. 3 Bounding Echoes top on top. Three times. I shuffle this deck 3 times. Bounding Echoes gets drawn by Offering Token. It don't make no dang old sense. You play 1 spell with this setup and you knock out Shade Wings. It's It's crazy. Are Shade Wings the highest? No, the 25 times 2 is the highest in terms of single hit, right? What's the highest single hit you can take in this game from an enemy? Not counting bosses. Bosses don't count for this question. I think it's 25. I think is the highest that a single turn can hit for you. And that's the infused light wings that do that. Look at that sap. This is pretty cool though. I like this run a lot. I'm gonna take a bunch of pyre damage for this spikes. I should have been a little more aware. It doesn't matter. It's just like my score, right? Oh no, my score. We're not playing for score though. Don't you worry. Finally, now that it matters the most, we got it. My offering token is infused. 270 sap on that enemy, huh? This is not a run that would kill infinite divinities, right? We've talked about runs that would kill bosses an infinite number of times. This would not kill an infinite number of times, per se. But it would kill, how many times? Like, you gotta do a little bit of math. Let me finish playing these out and then you can... I'll at least outline the numbers for you here. So we got 650... 650 sap here. Wait a minute. This is relentless, right? So, do you see this? His max attack is 9. Look at that. If I hover over him here, I wonder if that's a visual bug or if his max attack is actually 9. He's supposed to be at 16 because of the passive he has where he gets +7 attack and relentless on all floors. But he only shows up as having 9 here because of the sap, I assume. But anyway, we have 650 sap on him, which means that... Or minus 650, which means that he's at negative 641. So in 300... Like 321 rounds, he'll be able to hit us for 1. So, you know, figure out how much damage we do, which is... I'll do the math here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times 45. I got the calculator open, don't worry. I'll let this play because I want to do the math. 9 times 45. So we do 405 per round, and we have, if my calculations are correct, 320 rounds before he takes a swing at us. Around there. So, according to my rough math, that was not a run that could kill the Divinity an infinite number of times, but we could have done 129,000 damage to that boss before he would have done any to us. Is that exactly correct? Probably not. That's probably not quite right. I'm probably making some math errors, but... How strong is sap as a mechanic in this game? If you've ever thought to yourself, I don't really understand why sap is so strong, this is a good example of... this is an example of sap in excess, but you only really need like 20 sap to kill a boss, right? You go up to like 20 sap on that guy, and with our floor doing 405. Let me pull up the challenge while I finish out this math real quick. I have to occupy my brain somehow, but now I was like, I had to occupy my brain somehow in the last combat there, and I did it by talking about the math there. Also 45 here. Lots of 45s. But now I'm gonna commit and I'm gonna finish this calculation. You can go now. It's okay if you don't want to hear this one, right? But if you were to put 20 sap onto an enemy, right, that's minus 40. Which means that... Oh, I doubled the amount there, right? Because I acted like you're losing 1 per round, but you're losing 2. So I should have actually done... It's half of what I said, because you would only get 160 rounds before he would take a swing. Is that right? No, he had 320 sap. Holy moly. That's right. Wow. Never mind. I was thinking that, and I was like, man, that seems like too much damage. But no, I think that's right. But if you have 20 sap on them, that means they're minus 40. So he's at negative 31, which means in 16 rounds he hits you. So you multiply that by the damage our floor did there, which is 405. So if you were to apply if you put 20 sap on the Divinity, you would do 6,500 damage. Just in case you need convincing about staff. I don't know why I went on this long rant. I could have ended the episode instead, but I started the thought and I wanted to finish it, but the run ended, so you get to hear me just talk about numbers for a little bit at the end, and that's okay. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one, and have a good one.